and welcome to Sarah's Stamping Retreat. Today I'm going to give you a little sneak peek into this month's Spellbinders clubs, which are now available to purchase. So they'll all be linked in the description below, and I'll show you some samples as we go along as well. So the first one that we're going to look at today is the large die of the month. So this is a really fun fridge die. You can see that this is the card that I've created with it. So it comes with this fridge piece, so you can attach that together with the back. I've actually done it slightly differently to normal because I wanted to create a light up card, so I wanted more space, but normally you would cut the tab off one of them and just make it into a normal card shape. But you can see we've got this whole alphabet, so there's loads of elements on here that are really nice for other cards, because this alphabet I can see myself using it on so many cards because it's a really nice size. It's one of those where you can put on your sentiment and it doesn't have to completely take over the card. And then you've got all of these little kind of like note bits with the pieces to attach them to the fridge. You've got the handles, and then you've got these cute little pieces down here. And I actually thought that these would be fun on heaps of cards. Like you could make a whole pile of apples and use one of these as like a basket. Loads of cute little elements. So then when you open it up, you can see the little baskets that are for inside the fridge. So you can, of course, just get the large die of the month on its own, but there's also this add-on die set that you can purchase this month, and it's for all these cute little bottles and jars and eggs and things to go inside the fridge. I have to say this is a massive hit with my 6-year-old because he loves the fact that he can make all these cute little bits of food. I guess it's a bit like play food. So they're really cute on the cards, but he really loves them as well. And I've actually made this into a light up card so that you can turn the fridge on. So then the second set I'm going to show you is this small day of the month. And this is a really cute apple that you can make into like a teacher or a student with a little graduation cap. There's like a pencil. And then there's all of these. So these kind of stack up as books, but then they've got interchangeable things to go in them. So you've got study, wisdom, teacher, congrats, student, and knowledge. So you've got the bits to go with the student apple and the teacher apple. And then you've got to the best as well. So there's loads of different combinations you can create with that. So I've done mine like this. So you can see I used just the outline of this for this top book, but then I used it with the teacher to create the top of this one. And again, I just used this on its own to create the back of that. So you can kind of layer them up. And I think he's really sweet. So then we've got this stitching die of the month. And I think this is probably my favourite. You've got a cat, a light shade, a chair, a mat, some books, a plant, and that is actually part of the light shade as well. So you can combine it to make all sorts of kind of like homely scenes. So I've made this into a light up one. I thought that was perfect for that light. And you can see it's really pretty, but then I've also seen people use it in different ways. So for example, they've combined this with the chair legs and made a table for something a bit different. I've not even used the books on mine, but obviously you can put those around. I just think it's really super cute. And this also helps show off the embossing folder of the month. So it gives a really nice kind of textured background. It just really adds something rather than having a plain background. So then we've got our 3D embossing folder of the month, which is like a book stack embossing folder. And I created this golden cream card with there, which I really like. And then we've got our stencils of the month. So we've got 4 layering stencils that create this pencil background, and then we've also got this kind of circle background as well. This one looks really nice as a background to lots of different cards, and I think that's really sweet. You can see I've also used that embossing folder of the month on the bottom of that panel as well. Then this month's Glimmer of the Month kit are these pencils. So you get a whole stack of pencils, then you've got the die to cut them out individually if you want to. And then you've got scribbled a note to say, and you've got thank you, hello, happy birthday, and congrats to go with that. And it comes with this gorgeous satin pewter foil. And I love getting different foils each month to build up my collection. So you can see I've just used it as a panel there. I've not cut them out, and I've got that scribbled a note to say thank you on there. So this is this month's Better Press of the month. So it's a background of letters, and then you have the sentiments that say, you complete my alphabet, and from A to Z you inspire me. You've got the die to cut those sentiments out as well. So I used that background plate and I heat embossed it for this. And then I've used a heat embossed resist technique on this one with the same plate. So then this month's stamp and die of the month is really fun. It's these crayons. You can use them as just a normal crayon. So you've got this die to cut out the normal crayon, or you can add on these legs and face and things. So you've got the dies so that you can use the legs and faces with the crayons, and you can cut out the different shapes as well. So it's quite nice that you can use it in more of a serious way as just a plain crayon, and you can add these if you want more fun ones. And then you've got some really cute sentiments as well, like to the best teacher, to the best student, you're the boldest crayon in the box, yay, and you're the brightest crayon I know. So this is the card that I made with these, and you can see I used all the different shapes. So then the final club this month is this cute wax seal, and I think this would be so lovely as a sentiment on a card or on the back of an envelope. Imagine getting an envelope that says that on it. It'd be really lovely. So I've not got that yet, but I will have a reel for you once I do get that through. And then, as you'll have heard me say before, if you buy the deluxe caboodle, then you not only get all 10 of this month's clubs for $130 if you buy it from the US store, or £130 from the UK store. So that's an absolutely massive saving. But you also get a free gift. And this month's free gift is this super cute little die set that creates a die cut crayon very similar to the one that we just saw on the stamp of the month. So you get interchangeable faces, 2 sets of legs, 2 sets of arms, and the bits to make it into just a normal crayon as well. And you can see that I used it on this card. I think that's really sweet. And I always say that if you are thinking of buying quite a few of this month's clubs, then it is definitely worth getting that deluxe caboodle, because you do end up getting a lot more for your money. So I really hope that you enjoyed taking a look at this month's clubs with me. Let me know in the comments below which is your favourite this month. If you enjoyed today's video, I'd really appreciate you clicking like below, and you can also press subscribe if you'd like to see future videos. If you press the bell button and select all, then YouTube will also notify you when I've got a new video available. All of the products that I've shown you today are listed in the description below, and there's also a link there to my blog so you can find a picture supply list if that helps you find what you're looking for. Just to note as well that all of the clubs you can cancel at any time, so if you just want this month's clubs you can purchase them, and then as long as you cancel before the next payment comes out, then you'll only receive this month's clubs. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you again soon.